Hey, hey, everybody. How's it going? Day 19 of International Guitar Month. Janice says hello, and Janice says she's been waiting in Twitch. Oh, so cool. Thank you. Pete, what's going on, Pete? Good to see you. Thanks for being here. And Wendy's over here in Twitch and on YouTube. Thanks, Mike. Let's see. Upset I missed yesterday. Had school performance at Debonair that went way over time. Oh, okay. Well, that's cool. Debonair is a great place to play. I love that place. Dude. Did you use the new pedal board? With the preamp. Massive sound. Ah, no board, huh? You just went right with the DI from the Atom. Cool. Oh, okay. It was only a... I see. Not even the Atom. What'd you just go direct into the... What'd you use on the floor? What'd you use as a preamp? Has one built in. Oh, cool. Ooh, fancy bass, fancy bass. The dark glass tone capsule. Wow. That's pretty cool. I don't remember you talking about that when you were here. Nice. At least you were polite enough and you probably did turn down, unlike other people that I've played with when asked to turn down. I have been thinking about the way you did your last song last night when you used your fretting hand only, then did a couple of strums. That was great. Oh, thanks. Oh, it's all improvised. So I don't know exactly what I did, but I have a good idea that it was probably something like this. So glad you are back. Thanks. It's good to be back. It's a lot of fun. It's definitely a lot of fun. Let's see, Mike. Cause the sound guy, cause you unplugged in the mids were way up. But he appreciated it when he said the dark glass thing, and it's just how it was. Gave me a fist bump, so he wasn't mad. All right, well that's cool. And Janice says, kinda. I'll have to watch back and see what I did. I'm trying to remember what the heck I played last night. With my luck, I put the new power strip on. I got on Amazon and find one that's better. Yeah, that happens sometimes. So if you need an extra one, oh maybe we just ordered one today, or maybe it's in the cart still. So I might take you up on that. Good news is we don't need to solder the power cable. Oh, cool. Got a 1 foot right angle. I knew there had to be one out there. Enough of the atmospheric stuff. We'll just hang out and chat for a bit here. So, how is everyone tonight? Everything is good on this end. Hope you're all doing well. Of course, it's time for the evening coffee. And sorry I was running late, but I taught a little earlier, and then just things started to back up, as they always do. But since there's no official times to go live with this this month thing that I'm doing, it's kind of just random. All right, so let's see. Well, who else is hanging out? I think I addressed everybody. That's letting me know that they're here so far. There's a good amount of people on, but not saying much. So please, again, if you're new and you're kind of on the fence about commenting, the community is very cool. Everybody is very cool. So feel free to say hello. And yeah, there you have it. It. Wendy says, hello, YouTube fam. Where is everyone? Yes. Well, like I said, it's random, so they weren't really scheduled out. And maybe people are sick of me already. Who knows? I mean, this is 19. Day 19. Day 19 of streaming every day. And we're here to talk about Guitar Month. It's International Guitar Month. It's not just Guitar Month in the US or anything like that. It is International Guitar Month. It was started in 1987. And I don't think really too many people know about it, but I just figured, you know what, I hadn't streamed in a while, so let's jump on the 1st of April and go all the way to the end of the month. I have some guitar fun facts ready to go here. Let's see what we have. What do we have? Get those pulled up. Wake up my notes app. Where are you? So here's a fun fact. Guitar Hero. Since someone has brought up Guitar Hero yesterday and said that there's a game called Hero Clone or something like that. Guitar Hero Clone or Clone Hero or something like that. But anyway, I figured, you know what? For the amount of time that Guitar Hero was out, how many songs did they have in their library? And so I went fishing around, and they had quite an amazing roster of tunes. I mean, it was amazing. They did a whole thing dedicated to Aerosmith, which I forgot about until I started looking through this. But I remember that time period when it came out, and my students were coming in and asking for all of these great songs. And I'm like, where did you hear this stuff? And they always would say, Guitar Hero. Most of the time it was Guitar Hero and not my dad or my mom. Now it's more so that, oh, my mom plays those tunes, or my dad or my older brother or sister or something like that. But that time period where Guitar Hero was the thing, yeah, it just brought in students bringing in all kinds of cool tunes. It was awesome. So, how many songs did they have in the series? Over 900. Over 900 tunes. So that's quite a impressive repertoire of tunes. And what they did was, I don't know if a lot of people know this, unless you've played the game and actually heard it, but those aren't the actual bands. It's like the ultimate cover band gig. So basically what they did was is they got the permission of the artist to use the song. They licensed the song. And what they did was they did a cover of it with an entire band. Not the band, of course, that wrote the song. So they had this let's say, pool of musicians that they used. And that was like a job. You know, you'd learn the song, come in and record it. So it was really awesome for the group of musicians that were chosen to do those tunes. But yeah, just quite a repertoire of tunes. So that was a cool little thing. What else? There was something else about it that oh, it's not in this note. I wonder where that one went. Oh well. Anyway, but that's it. Over 900 tunes for the Guitar Hero series. Let's see what else. Hey, Surfer Boy. Here we go again, day 19. Hi from Boston. Thank you. Thanks for being here. Just got in time for cocoa. Cool. I have my evening coffee. Let's see. Sorry. Let's see. Where is the rest of my notes? I don't want to pull them up on the main computer because I've been light on the RAM And I just got some RAM, but I didn't have time to put it in today. So we have to go in to iCloud here and grab them. Come on. Notes. Open up. Open up. Let's see. What am I missing? It's cold here. It's cold here too. It's not freezing, but it's not warm. It's really weird, actually. Now there's a community-based adaptation of the game called Clone Hero. That was it. Okay, that has people created tracks. Oh, okay. That's what I can't remember his name who was here last night. He was talking about that. Very cool. Maybe he'll pop in again. All right, so let me see some more notes. Right, so that was the other thing. So Guitar Hero was popular for about, I don't know, like 10 years. And it basically became like a cult following. It was really cool. I even remember there were like, house parties where it was like Guitar Hero parties. Pretty wild stuff. And that was the one and only time that I played Guitar Hero, and I was terrible. And I just broke out a guitar since whoever's house we were at had guitars, and I actually played along to the songs that they were playing on the controller I played for real on guitar. All right. Cool. Let's see. Did anybody else pop in? Well, we still have a good amount of people that are not chatting, but that's okay. I'll just keep chatting. So this guitar tonight is the Strandberg Fusion, which is quite an impressive axe. It's very light. The headless feature is amazing because it stays in tune better, and no problems getting on and off of planes with this thing. They just think it's a tennis racket. Yes, keep chatting. Yes. And if anybody has questions, of course, interrupt me. But, yeah, this guitar is cool. It's a neck-through construction. Oh, that's bad. My strap lock just fell apart. Uh-oh. That's not good at all. Oh, boy, it just fell right off. And there goes the rest of it. Okay. Good thing I had this in my lap and not playing standing up, because that would have fallen right off. Every now and then they break. That has been on there for years. All right, so anyway, let's go back to what I was talking about. So it's a neck-through construction, which is really wild. Whoops, there it is. And this company decided that people take off the back plate too often, so they didn't even drill holes, and they didn't even include one. So they don't even put a back plate on. It's like, what's the point? People are just going to take it off. So, and it's handy for adjusting. So that's really cool. Let's see. That's bad. All right. I'll have to get a new strap lock for that height. So basically I have a bunch of strap lock ends on the guitar to adjust it for different heights, whether I'm playing standing up or sitting down or whatever, and different guitars, because I really like this strap, and instead of buying a bunch of straps, I buy one and put a bunch of strap locks on them. So that's kind of a handy thing if you have multiple guitars and don't want to spend a lot of money on straps. Hey, Matt's here. Hello, Matt. Lukish Literature. All right. Thanks for joining. In the guitar world today, Extreme released a new tune, actually two new tunes. One was called Banshee and the other one was called Rebel. And I finally got to watch them while eating dinner, and they were pretty cool. So it's nice to hear some great guitar. And the album comes out in June sometime, so that should be cool. They're awesome. They're going on tour with Living Colour, and Matt wound up texting me about that, and he bought tickets already. Living Color is just incredible. I got to meet the whole band a few times. One time I was at the NAMM show, and I was walking back to my hotel, and I heard what sounded like a band covering Living Color. And I walk into my hotel lobby, and the band was in the ballroom as soon as you walk in. And I was like, wow, these guys sound really good for a cover band. And then the voice, he started to sing. And I was like, holy cow, Living Color are playing in my hotel lobby. And it was pretty incredible. So they just are crushing. And his voice live, he is just massive. We've seen Corey Glover sit in with Stu Hamm. Wendy and I went to the Iridium, and he sat in with Stu Hamm, and he was just killing it. It was just like he just is always on, that guy. Always on, always sounding great. So yeah, it was wild. So they were playing in the hotel lobby-ish. There was like a ballroom off the lobby, and it was free. It was just, coming home from the show, and we're talking like coming home from the show after going to see a show, and they just started playing at like 1 a.m. So that was like a 4 a.m. 4 a.m. day, and then you get up right in the morning, 8 o'clock, to go back to the show. So it was pretty rough. That whole week that's how it used to be at the NAMM show. It still is, but I'm not sure if it's exactly the same kind of energy these days. But it was just something else. Everywhere you went, there was a rock star and a band playing, and it didn't cost anything. It was all like part of just being there. Let's see. Let's go back. I saw Stephen Campbell from the Deftones on Kiesel Live earlier. He just got a headless Kiesel. He loves it. Doesn't worry about hitting the headstock on anything. Yeah, that's kind of how I am with this. I mean, just sitting here, you're at the computer desk. It's super light. It's very well balanced. I don't have to wear a strap if I don't want to. This isn't a Kiesel, but this is designed to be ergonomic. I'm not sure how those headless Kiesels are as far as the body design goes, but whether it's ergonomically set up to just sit perfectly. But yeah, it's great. I could teach like 8 hours with this guitar and have no stress, zero, either on my leg or on my back. And then the design of the neck, because it's what they call a trapezoid neck. Your thumb sits perfectly in place at all times, so it's really cool. Not that I have a problem with that anymore, since that was one of my goals at a young age, was to get my thumb to behave and sit properly for many reasons. One is to reach. So if you have normal size hands or small hands, and you play with your thumb over the neck, you're going to have a lot of trouble fingering notes, especially if you're trying to stretch to something and play something fast. And chords. You're just going to have all kinds of problems trying to play clean even, because that thumb closes up your hand. Now watch what happens when I put my thumb behind the neck. I get all that room. Wrong way. Look at that. See that? I call that the Spider-Man grip. Like the G.I. Joes. Watch. You like this? You go like this. G.I. Joe with the Kung Fu grip, right? Remember that? That was it. Oops, there you go. Opens up a whole new world of playing. I show that to people and they're just like, I've been playing wrong for so long, and now that I'm doing that, it's like, wow, I can reach everywhere. But yeah, this guitar is just super, super easy to play. and stainless steel frets, 5-piece neck reinforced with 2 carbon fiber strips. So it's a pretty awesome. So let's see. Let's see. Oops, I missed some stuff here. Dwight. Hey, Dwight. What's going on? Oh, wait. I missed John Ramsey, too. Good evening, Vince. What's cooking, Wendy and everybody? Late, but made it. Thank you. Glad you're here. Living Color. Can't believe they got back together tour. They just played in Rio over the summer, I think, or September, just recently, and Steve Vai was a guest. It's ridiculous. You should really check that out if you haven't seen that. Just type in Living Color guest Steve Vai Rio. It's an hour-and-a-half show, and I think Steve plays the last 40 minutes and is just crushing. And Corey is just off the charts good. Yes, Corey makes it look easy and effortless. Yes, he does. He's just such a talented dude. I mean, it's insane. Years ago when I met them, I actually got friendly with Muzz Skillings, the original bass player. And I would go see his band all the time in the city. After he left Living Color, he actually played guitar and had a bass player, a local guy that I can't remember his name now, but I was friends with him sort of back then. I can't remember his name at all. But anyway, me and my singer used to go and see Muzz and hang out, and Muzz was really cool. Muzz was great. And then later on, replaced by the ridiculously incredible Doug Wimbish. That guy's just awesome. I did a Trace Elliott guitar clinic with him a million years ago at some little store in Pennsylvania somewhere. And I'll never forget that because I had a wisdom tooth come through that weekend. I was in such pain. It was horrible. Oh my God. Let's see. Richard III. Hello, everyone. Just like old times. Yes, sir. We're back. Let's see. That's better than a Kiesel. I guess, I don't want to say it's better or it's worse. It's definitely different. Honestly, it's its own thing. It's a very unique instrument, the Strandbergs. Kiesel also does, or can't do, sorry, the fan frets. He has this proprietary bar with the fan frets. So if you look, you could see that these are on an angle. You see how the pole pieces, well, they're not pole pieces. This would be the bridge saddles. See how the bridge saddles are on an angle? They match the angle of the frets. So we have 24 and 25 and a half. I think that's how it goes. I have to look up the specs, but I'm pretty sure that's how it works. This side is more like a Strat, and this side is more like a Les Paul, the length of the neck. And I think the science behind it is that the low end is a better resonance and more clarity when the neck is longer, and the high end is less twangy and bright and annoying when it's a shorter length. So I think that's the science behind it. And it's stainless steel frets, so they're never going to wear out, which is pretty killer. But yeah, it's definitely a different animal than the Kiesel stuff. And they make, they're probably the only company on the planet that allows you to actually pick every single detail about the guitar and customize it. Whereas their Strandberg is just stock models, and that's what they have, and that's what you can buy, and that's it. Much like everybody else, much like Parker and Ibanez, you really can't do a custom shop unless you pay a lot of money at Ibanez. Let's see. Surfer Boy. So that Strandberg is tuned from the bottom. Yes, it is. These are the tuners. So they're like a barrel. and the string goes right through the bottom. So you put the string through here, and you pull it up through here, and clip it off right at the end. So there's no excess string to go out of tune. It's just point to point, so it stays in tune much better. Yes. Let's see. Hey John, what's going on over on Facebook? Hello, hello. And Surfer Boy, yes, G.I. Joe with the Kung Fu grip. Yeah, I actually keep a Spider-Man, dude here that I have, and I show my students like the grip because their hands are like just frozen plastic, and they just look like this. So I'm like, this is what you need. You got to have that grip. If you don't have that grip, the Spider-Man grip, you're going to have problems. You're going to have buzzing. Yeah. I think it's great Living Color is outplaying. And yeah, it is. It's really cool to see some of these bands. Vernon is an awesome guitar player, and he's super creative, and the riffs are ridiculous. A lot of people don't like his soloing because he's a sloppy player. He's not Yngwie, he's not Steve Vai, but he's Vernon, and he's got his own thing. So it's just super cool. A lot of people get mad at me when I say that, but it's like Jimmy Page. Jimmy Page, again, he's like the riff king, has great tunes, but seriously not the most technical guitar player when you measure up different guitar players. But he's Jimmy Page. It's not like you're gonna go, he sucks. He doesn't, certainly. He's awesome. But when you go guitar player for guitar player as far as technique goes, and these guys were the paving ground for that stuff back then. Jimmy Page, Jimi Hendrix, Jeff Beck, all of these guys were like totally like cutting edge guitar players, playing all the new gear that was available. Like the wah-wah pedal and the fuzz face, and Jeff Beck with the talk box that he got from Stevie Wonder. I mean, just crazy stuff. And then Peter Frampton made the talk box famous, but Jeff, I think, was using it before Peter Frampton. If you do the search, Google it and figure it out. I'm pretty sure Jeff Beck was doing it before Peter Frampton. And of course, like I said, Stevie Wonder was doing it with the keyboard, using a talk box. Coffee. All right, so let's see. What else was I talking about? Living Color. So that one time that I met them at the hotel, and then, just great guys. And then probably one of the last times I met them was at Debonair Music Hall. They did a show there. There's a picture probably on my Facebook page of Vernon and I sitting at the table, chilling out. And I think he had my business card in his hand, which was cool. And he was endorsed by Parker at the time. So was I, and we were chatting about Parker guitars. But sadly, they are gone. But yeah, Vernon had his own signature Parker Fly. It was one of the first ones to have a Floyd Rose tremolo system on it and a guitar synth. So that was really awesome. I have a Parker Fly with a Floyd Rose, but it doesn't have the synth, and it's a Dragonfly. It's not the actual Fly model. It's the DF model. It has EMGs in it. It's a real screamer guitar. Awesome guitar. Very wide neck, kind of like my old Kramer and the Pia guitar with the flat, wide neck. I'll probably bring that out one of the streams. I'll grab the old DF, they call it. Because they got sued. They couldn't use Dragonfly. So they just cut that off and just called it a DF. So, hey, Johnny, what's going on? Thanks for being on Twitch. So, hey, everybody, if you're into what I'm doing, a couple of things that can help me out that won't cost you a dime, please go over to Twitch and sign up. And if you have a Prime account, sign up using your Prime account as a sub. So you'll subscribe to my channel, And then what winds up happening is I will get a, let's say, cut of that, and it doesn't cost you anything. So if you have a Prime membership, please go over to Twitch, make up a free account. You have to link your account, okay, the Twitch account to your Amazon account, and then it'll say welcome. It will send you a confirmation email, and then you can come over to Twitch, search me, Vince Ginella. So it's just Twitch TV/Vince Ginella, and then subscribe, and then I will make some money, and it doesn't cost you anything. Again, provided you have a Prime account. Yeah. Alrighty. So let's see. I have some tunes on deck tonight. Let's see what we're gonna do. Where did it go? Playlist. Nope. Wrong one. There it is. Oh yeah, that needs to be over here. Let's throw that over there. Something fun to play on this guitar with 24 frets. Oh, you know what? Oops, stop. That's not stopping. There we go. So speaking of Living Colour, did anybody hear Living Colour do a cover of Sunshine of Your Love? Has anybody heard that? It's pretty awesome. They actually did that for a soundtrack, a movie soundtrack. Does anybody know the movie soundtrack that appeared on? Don't Google it. Come on, if you know it, you know it. Do you know it? Anybody? Wendy might know this. So it's a pretty big movie. I'll give you one hint. It had Arnold Schwarzenegger in it. All right. Nobody knows it. Anybody? Okay, here we go. We're going to do it differently. Arnold Schwarzenegger. Was it The Terminator? Was it Kindergarten Cop or True Lies? Which movie was it in? Sunshine of Your Love. Which of those three movies was it in? Terminator, Kindergarten Cop, or True Lies? Anybody? And then I'm going to do the song. You guys talk amongst yourselves. See if anybody gets it. Mark Cooper is in the house. And Mark Cooper wins absolutely nothing. But he's right. Yes. Awesome. Good to see you, Mark. Hope you're doing well. I'm going to butcher Sunshine of Your Love my way. True Lies was right. Nope. Sorry, Dwight. It wasn't The Terminator. It was True Lies. Yes, sir. You like that, right? You win absolutely nothing, but you're right. All right. Let me shut off the audio here so you guys get the good audio. And we still have guitar audio working properly. Had so many sound issues this past few days, but we're doing good. All right, here we go. Oh, yeah. Well, you know, I haven't played that in God knows how long. I forgot the melody at the beginning. Um, but Vernon did this cool thing with the whammy, which I also couldn't remember until the very end. But check this out. On their version, he did this cool thing on every note of the riff. He would whammy it. That's pretty wild. And then I think he did it an octave higher the second time. It's pretty nuts. Oh, yes. Let's see. Oh, Jimmy Mack is here. Hello. I think. Where did that go? Oh, well. I lost it. I saw it go by when I was playing. It's hard to read and play and concentrate and remember all the riffs. We'll just start here. So Mark was like, yes, Dwight, with the fire and the metal and the guitars. Well, guess I'm good and late to the show this evening, but the rock must go on. Yes, sir. But that's okay, Archie. You're here, and that's all that matters. Thank you for showing up. Mark Cooper saying hello to Wendy. The old man is burning tonight. I don't know, but thank you. Going into it cold and trying to remember all of these riffs in this tune. Everybody check out Mark Cooper. He's awesome. Great guitar player. Has some albums out. Go check him out. Go check out Mr. Mark Cooper. Yes, sir. Thank you. Thanks, Dwight. Love that song. Loved Cream. Yes, you know, such great tunes. And they weren't even around that long, which is nuts. When you start and go back and look at how long they were around as Cream. I mean, to achieve what they did in that short time, it's ridiculous. Let's see. Mr. Formiati, all the way from down under. Thank you for being here. It's tomorrow. Mr. Formiati is a future man. It is tomorrow in Australia. Rob Cuzio, hello. Thanks for being here. Hey, man. Right back at you. Mike Shanner, hello. And how many feeds are you running to once? As many as I can. Actually, I think I could run up to like 50, but I only do 4. Because first of all, I don't have 50 social media accounts, and good grief, that would be a nightmare to keep track of all the comments. I have a hard enough time reading the comments going by with 4 platforms. So like sometimes, you know, I'm reading stuff and I have to see where everybody is. So yeah, we're on 2 Facebook pages, YouTube and Twitch. And I'm pushing Twitch. Big time Twitch. Pushing Twitch. So please, if you have a minute and you want to help me out, go over to Twitch, sign up. At the beginning of the month, I had just over 50, and now I'm at 80, and I'd like to try and hit 100 by the 30th day of streaming. So if you have a minute and you don't have an account, please go over. It's free, and sign up and follow me. It's just Twitch TV/Vince Ginella, and that would be greatly appreciated. And the next thing that would be super awesome is if you have an Amazon Prime account, you can follow me and you can subscribe to my channel on Twitch, and it will be free for you, and I'll make some money off of Amazon through the Prime account. Yes, and it's really awesome the way they have it laid out over there. Mark, you should look into doing something with that for yourself as a musician. Live streaming is what they specialize over on Twitch. So it's super clear and great audio and video, and I can gamify it. So for all the folks that are hanging out on Twitch. You guys will collect points. And when I get to the point where I can afford to do it, I'm going to do giveaways. And it could be something as small as a bunch of guitar picks to hopefully eventually maybe some pedals. And you never know, if it gets crazy, I'll give away a guitar. But that's in the future. And I can't have that happen without all of y'all signing up. So if you have a minute, just head over to Twitch TV/Vince Ginella. Follow me. If you have a Prime account, subscribe. It won't cost you a dime. And yeah, it's been really cool. So I have a bunch of people that did do that for me already. I'm up to 80. I don't have 80 subscriptions or subscribers, but I have 80 followers. That's a start. Definitely appreciate it. David A. Scott, what's up? How are you? Thanks for being here. Thank you. Yes. Yeah, I think you could do up to 50, but 4 is plenty. 4 is plenty. Let's see. Wendy's saying hello to John. John T. And what else? Yeah, it's pretty amazing over there. There's a lot of guys. Larry Mitchell turned me on to it. You know Larry. Larry started doing Twitch a while ago, and he's like, dude, you got to do this. Like, he literally told me I made money and never made money before on Facebook, you know, and that happened with me. You know, I'm not making a ton of money, but guess what? Facebook hasn't paid me a dime. So, you know, I'm going to go where I can make some money, and it doesn't cost people anything if you have a Prime account, which is pretty amazing. So basically, Amazon owns Twitch, and they're really trying to help artists and musicians, of course, in their own little selfish way of getting people to join their platform. So there you have it. IT it. Mike says, I'll take the guitar. Well, you never know once we get to that point. If I'm getting a lot of subscribers and things are moving over there, it could happen. Yeah. Wendy's saying hello to David. Very awesome. Wendy's on top of things. She's great. She's on all the platforms. She's on both of my Facebook accounts, and she's also on my Twitch account and checking and making sure moderating on the YouTube account. So she's on all 4. Don't mess with Wendy. My wonderful wife. She's awesome. Let's see. Yes. Facebook is a musician joke. Yes, cool about Twitch. Yeah, they were claiming they were gonna do stuff, and then I don't know whatever happened. I joined up for something that was supposed to be a affiliate kind of marketing thing, and I think they did away with it before I even got any footage. So whatever. And that's not why I do it. I do it because it's fun and I love hanging out with everybody. But if I can make a couple of bucks and you guys, it doesn't cost you guys anything, that's great. And I you know, why not? I also have people who are very, very cool and were hounding me, now that I'm talking about it, to put up my PayPal stuff, my PayPal info. So since it's on my mind right now, I'll do it because I always forget. So that's if anybody's interested in throwing a couple bucks my way, there you have it. PayPal me /Vince Ginella and Venmo /Vince Ginella. Yeah, fun stuff. All right, so we'll leave that up for a second. So for anybody new who's hanging out, the reason why, or one of the reasons why I'm streaming every day in April is because it is Guitar Month. It is an official thing, International Guitar Month. It was first celebrated in 1987, and it was to get people excited about guitar and have retail music stores, you know, those dinosaur type places where you used to walk in and try guitars. Now you just buy them online and ship them to your house. And if you hate it, you send it back in 45 days and you're good to go. Um, but music stores would hold sales, or at least maybe in 1987, because I think the whole guitar month dwindled over the years. But, it was a big thing. So they wanted to get people excited and offer a sale for the month of April on guitars and accessories and all of that fun stuff related to guitars, amps, the whole bit. And that's how it started. So I figured, I haven't streamed since October. There's been a lot going on, and I kind of just stopped. I didn't give anybody a warning, which I apologize about. But it just worked out that way. And I figured, let me come back strong in April. I always wanted to do a video a day for Guitar Month and post them to YouTube, but producing a video opposed to going live is a lot harder to do. It's a lot harder to produce a video, maybe a product demo or about a song, than it is to just go live and talk to people, and whoever shows up, and we just chat, and it's open forum and kind of a unstructured thing, which is cool. So that's what happened. I said, you know what, let's go live every day in April and celebrate guitar, and we'll just talk about guitar and hang out, and any questions, if people have any questions about certain things, then cool. And one other thing that I'm doing for Guitar Month is anybody who signs up with me or wants to sign up and take advantage of a one-off lesson, it's going to be $1 a minute for 45 minutes. So $45 for 45 minutes. And it's a good deal. There's a lot of music stores charge $40 for a half hour. I even saw one place that charged $40 for 20 minutes. And I was like, wow, that's crazy. I actually asked about it, and they said that was because kids don't have an attention span anymore. I was like, oh, okay. All right, whatever. But they're charging the same price for a half hour and giving them 20 minutes. A lot of editing and producing a video, it's a lot of work. Yes, it is. It really is. It's a lot of work, and I enjoy it, but to do one a day is just really impossible, or just really difficult. You have to start maybe 2 months in advance, shoot the videos, edit everything, and then even at that point you probably have 15 really good produced videos ready to go. And then once you hit April, you could do the other 15 and put those out toward the end. So it's kind of like staggering it, but it's a lot of work. When I first started doing videos, we didn't have iPhones and all of this great stuff, so it was really hard to produce a video. And I had to record it onto actual digital tape and then convert it over to digital. And then it would take like 4 hours to upload a 5-minute clip. It was insane. So I gave up pretty quickly. I was like, this is just not worth the time. Sadly, I didn't see the future of it, though. I should have stuck with it, because a lot of the guys that did are making a boatload of money. And they have a great channel, which is really cool. All right, anyhow, we have... Oh, what did Mike say? Where did that go? Here it is. I'm quite good at faking the guitar. So good, I stink. Okay. Oh, man. Well, yeah, you took some guitar lessons from me, too. So Mike plays bass. He's originally a drummer. So when he first started taking lessons, he was a drummer. And then he went to bass, and then I gave him some guitar lessons. Bass is where it's at. That's correct. Yes, for you. Wendy's cracking up. All right, so let's see. Surfer Boy, adults don't have the attention span anymore. No, I don't think much, or many people have much of an attention span these days because of all the distractions. It's so easy now. So easy. Sean, what's up? Hello, hello. Thanks for being here. Rick Beato does YouTube full time now. Yeah, yeah. That's it. You know, he figured it out, and he figured out what works for him. And I mean, he was a professor and a producer, so he has a lot to talk about, or at least up until his new thing, which is the interviews, which I love. Some of those interviews are amazing. So much fun. Um, TikTok takes all their time. Yeah. Scroll, 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 scroll. Ay, ay, ay. That's a life sucker right there. I have a TikTok account and I can't look at it much because it's just, first of all, it's mostly what I wind up seeing is either crazy, ridiculous human feats and tricks and things and or just really dumb stuff and it's some of it's really fun, but oh my god, it's like you start looking at it and then all of a sudden it's like the one after the next and then you're sucked in. So I don't look at that. Actually, I deleted it off my phone for a while and then I put it back on. So I kind of delete it. So that's like a cool trick. Like if people want to get away from those sort of things, just because you delete the app from your phone, at least on Facebook, you don't delete Facebook. You're just deleting the app. As long as you have an account, don't delete the account. Just get it off your phone. And then that way you're not always looking at the phone and doing the crazy stuff. But yeah, the stupid human tricks. Absolutely. Clickbait. That's it. That's it. And then they're trying to sell you something. And then it shows up in your on your desktop. All right. Let's see. Where's my other note? My other fun guitar facts. Oh, that's not it. How did this get here? Is this it? Boo. I think I deleted it by accident. Oh no, here it is. Let's see. Anything fun that I didn't talk about? I have a whole bunch of these. Ah, okay. So, the Gibson Flying V and the Explorer were introduced in the 1950s and were initially unpopular with guitarists because of their oddly shaped bodies. But now they're like iconic and very sought after. Imagine that. It's like you have what people envision as a guitar shape, and then they come out with these really crazy shapes like Strandberg and Parker. And everybody's like, oh my god, it's just too weird. Excuse me, but that's what we're all used to. We're used to the Fender and Strat and the Gibson Les Paul. And Gibson goes out on a limb and tries to go and redesign everything, and nobody liked it. That's hilarious. Here's another cool one. And I knew this for a long time. So one of the first distortion pedals, or actually it was really not a distortion pedal, it was mostly an overdrive pedal. The first overdrive or distortion pedal was the Maestro Fuzz Tone, and I guess it was introduced in 1962, and Keith Richards used it on one of probably the most popular songs that they had ever, which was Satisfaction, and that's distorted guitar on that little riff, and that was the first time I believe anybody recorded with distortion on purpose. Yeah, pretty cool. Let's see, what else? I have a couple more that I'll give you tonight. Ah, yes, the Bigsby. So, back in the day, guitars didn't have tremolo bars. They were just, stock tailpieces that were just screwed directly to the body. Fender came out with that, but the tremolo bar. And then Bigsby came out with a tremolo that you could put on other guitars, which was really cool. And where did that go now? Here it is. The Bigsby Vibrato Tailpiece allowed guitar players to manipulate the pitch. And Paul Bigsby was the guy who invented it in the 1940s. And it has become a popular thing with guitarists back then like Neil Young and George Harrison. And who else? All of those guys, they started getting into some tremolo. You know, it was really not a thing back then. So these were all like groundbreaking ideas because there were no effects for guitars. So that's how new all of this was. And when you think about it, like from then till now, the amount of really amazing tech that we have is just, I mean, you can get any sound you want out of your laptop at this point, and a decent guitar and some really good headphones, and you can record pretty well at a reasonable cost in your house. You know, it's pretty wild. Let's see. What else is going on? All right, cool. I think I got everybody's chat that was something to do with guitar up on the screen. Cool. I'm going to do a little more playing here. Let's see what else I have. Let's go here. All right, we'll do, whoop, no, stop. I got to shut the mic off first. All right, so we'll do a little tune here, and then I'll come back and talk with you some more. Let's mute the mic so you have the good audio. And let's get to the right preset for the song. There we go. hey, hey. Ooh, I like that little artifact at the end. That was an accident. Oh, that was cool. Let's see. Archie, thank you so much. How to Steinberger recently loved it. Got a Steinberger maybe? Let's see. Dwight Bailey, thank you, sir. Ah, okay. I like where this song is going. Thank you. That's called Autumn Drive. That is one of my originals. For anybody new. And Sean corrected himself. Meant to say, recently got a Steinberger GT Pro Deluxe. Oh, nice. Nice, nice, nice. Steinberger is the original headless guitar company. Ned Steinberger is a genius. I got to hang out with him at one of the NAMM shows, and wow, he just knows guitar building. Now I believe he just does basses, and I think it's basses by Ned or something. Of course, a lot of these guys go into deals with the larger companies, and I believe, I hate to say I think it's Gibson owns the actual Steinberger brand now. And I'm not sure how involved Ned is with that anymore. I don't think he's, but they still make killer guitars. The Steinberger guitar is amazing. Oh, Mike, thanks. Such a privilege to be here listening to this man play. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. Very cool. Very cool. Let's see. So you can just use any strings on a Ned Steinberger style guitars now. Didn't he leave that behind and start making those cool basses? Yeah. I just I didn't see that post, but yes, Ned is no longer doing the Steinberger stuff, and I'm not sure how they have redone their system, but on this guitar you don't need the double ball end. This is just a regular string. You put it through, snip it off, and you're done. I'm not sure how they're handling that these days, because after Ned left, it was kind of a non-interest. When I was looking at headless guitars, I was really looking at some Steinbergers, and one of my former students had, I think he had two of them, and they were just killer guitars, solid instruments, really played well. Let's see. Yes, it's a wild looking bass. It's like a stand-up bass. It has a pole that comes down so you could stand and hold it upright, and it's like super thin. So like a lot of traditional bass players, stand-up upright bass players, you can't get a bass, a real bass, on a plane. There's actually a guy who used to play bass for Lou Pallo. He had a tune called "Bass on a Get Bass on a Plane." That's what it was called, and Lenhart was his last name, I'm pretty sure. And my God, that song was hilarious. It's all jazz, but it's about him trying to get his bass, full upright bass, on a plane. Ah, yes. Thank you. Thank you very much, everyone. Thank you. Thank you. Ah, yes. Meaning you don't need double ball ends anymore. Right. Not on this for sure. I'm not sure about the Steinbergers, but this, no double ball end. And same with Kiesel. I've played a few Kiesels, and they play great. They're awesome guitars, but they don't have the crazy ergonomically cool neck. So I really like this neck, and I just dig this body. It looks like a bat. It's really cool. I don't know, something about this guitar I really dig. So let's see. If you had to pick one, this guitar or the Fly, oof, that's a tough decision. Um, I might have to say the Fly if I had to pick, like forever. Oh man, I don't know. I love the way the Fly feels. Um, I'll be honest. I think this might sound a little better tone wise, but I do love the Parker Fly, and you know they the tone on those are amazing too. But not to knock one or the other. But the reason why I gravitated towards this guitar was one, the neck through, okay, um, two, stainless steel frets, so very much like a Parker Fly in that sense, and the tuning stability is really amazing. I don't know if you can see it on here, but if you look closely, there's two black lines, one about there and one, whoops, going the wrong way, one about there, and that's the carbon fiber reinforcement. So this guitar neck is seriously strong and sturdy and stable and all of those words to describe. As far as keeping this thing in tune is a piece of cake. Also, the first day or first week I had this guitar, I put it on a stand over here, and I never put guitars on this side of me. Like, very seldom do I put guitars on this side of me. And I stood up and I knocked it over. And I thought that was it. I thought this thing was going to be out of tune. It literally fell face first off the guitar stand and bounced twice. And I thought, that's it. It's going to be out of tune. The neck's going to be broken. I just got this thing. And there isn't even a mark like on the neck joint or anywhere. It literally just fell. I picked it up and it was in tune still. So great guitars, Strandberg. So it'd be a really tough decision, but I might pick Parker Fly over this. I don't know, just because it's like it's such a comfortable guitar because I've been playing it since 1995. I think that was my first Parker, the blue one that I always play. This guy. It's right here. It's always next to me. This is from 1995, folks. No belt rash. It looks brand new. It just has a gash in the headstock where the singer ran into me with his microphone stand. There's two gashes. Two separate gigs. My old friend Gary, Knucklehead, ran into me. Those are the only marks. So yeah, that guitar is from 1995 and it looks spotless. There's no fret wear. The fret wire that Ken used on the early models, they might have continued, but I know for sure the early models had a very, very strong stainless steel. He looked for a specific stainless steel on those guitars. Yeah. And because of the carbon fiber neck with the stainless steel, it's like it glides. Strandberg is making a new guitar with what they call Rich Light fretboard. And that is supposed to feel more like the Parker, where it glides. Rich Light is a composite of woods that are, squashed and glued together, I believe. I think, or it's cardboard. It's a specially made, treated wood substitute, so it doesn't shrink when it gets too hot or cold, rather, and it doesn't expand in the summertime when the moisture's in the air. So Rich Light is like the new thing that they're using, and I know Kiesel uses that too on some of their guitars. Yeah. Let's see. Missed a couple people here. I have not made the replacement for normal strings, prefer nines. Working on that issue, but if you get The good shit, they last for quite a while. Yes. I have a few guitars, if you've been following the stream, that the strings haven't been changed in over 18 years. So, you know, you can take that guitar to Mars. Yes. Hey, Jamie, what's going on? Good to see you, Jamie. Jamie's a former student that I turned on to the Parker Fly. And then apparently from my streams, I turned him on to Strandberg as well. So he digs the technology behind the guitars. And of course, you have the old standby Strat and Les Paul tones. Parkers and Strandbergs, they have their own tone about them. There's something about them. They have their own little unique fingerprint. Angelo, the other night I did a whole like half hour with the other guitar, your favorite one, the blue M&M. I was hoping you were gonna show up. Well, good to see you tonight. That one's not coming out right now, but I did a whole thing for it the other night. Oh man, let's see. Jamie, I do, but they are more difficult to tune due to the floating bridge being the tuning key. Oh, you mean these guys down here? Yeah. And the floating bridge, unlike the Parker has a bridge that you can lock in place, which makes restringing and tuning super easy. But this you have to kind of finagle and put a little like a battery in the back. If you have enough space, you can put it right in here between the body and the flat part. So, but I don't think this one has enough space for the battery idea. But basically what I do is I get a bunch of really thick picks and I put them in between here, right here. And if you put some picks, or I also have a rubber foot from my Axe-Fx, because I Velcro everything into pedal boards. So I have the Axe-Fx rubber foot, and that's actually a perfect fit. So I slide that right in here. The bridge stays put when I'm tuning it and taking the strings off, so the bar doesn't come back. Because as soon as you release the tension on the tremolo bar, on any tremolo bar, not just this one, it dips down. Yeah, so that's a little trick. I actually have a video of me restringing one of my friend's Strandbergs. I did a whole video on how to set it up, and I believe I talk about the picks and maybe the rubber feet. I'm not sure if I had the rubber feet idea back when I did that video. I actually recorded the video over a year ago and never edited it, and it just sat on the hard drive. But I only put it out like a month ago or something, a few months ago. So it's up on my channel. It's how to restring a Strandberg with 8s. But just follow the directions and you can restring it with whatever. Angelo saw it on replay. Cool. Awesome. Jamie says, good advice. Thank you. And let's see. How did you get turned on to the Strandbergs? Oh, that's a funny thing. So Strandberg was actually distributed by the same company that Parker was, but for a very short time. So they had a bunch of companies that they acquired. That would be US Music, and then or was it Jam? I think it was still US Music. So Ola had a handful of USA Strandbergs that are going for a ton of money now. I wish I knew that was going to happen, because I would have bought one. But I was just all about Parker, and Parker was still in business, so I had no interest in buying one. But I tried them because the rep had a few samples. And I thought, wow, this neck is really weird and comfortable all at the same time. And it was kind of like something that stuck well, if I ever get bored of the Parker, I would probably play that, But like, who gets bored of a Parker? Like, I don't know anybody who actually gets bored of their Parker. So, I never bought one of these. And then what wound up happening was U.S. Music got all weird. They got bought by Jam Music, and they just decided that they didn't want to build guitars anymore. From what I understand, they just kind of kiboshed everything except very, very few guitar companies that they carried. So Strandberg got cut, Parker got shut down. Thankfully, Ola was able to get out of the contract and still own this guitar in its full, you know, legal rights with the name and his name and all of that, unlike poor Ken. But anyhow, so that was my first encounter with them. Then after Parker went away, a few of my students bought bought Strandbergs. And one of my students who's on the stream every now and then, Gary Hoffman, he had a good amount of them. He had a 7-string and a couple of 6-strings. And then my other student, Michael Friedman, he had some really rare ones. I think he has some that were made originally in Sweden. Those are the ones that are worth the most because those were made by Ola in his garage pretty much. So Michael has a really great collection of Strandbergs. So Mike wound up bringing a few for me to try, and then he had one. He worked at Sam Ash in Paramus that's no longer there. So he had one like always at work because it was in the corner and it was out of the way and and it was small. So like that thing's really comfortable. So I played that there, and then Gary was nice enough to come over and bring all of his 4 or 5 of them over, and we just kind of had a guitar day. And I was like, you know what? I need to pull the trigger on one of these for a few reasons. I needed to travel, so I wanted something that was very compact and easy to get on and off the plane, and also easy to like put under the bed in the hotel room kind of thing. So I bought one. It's a neck bolt-on neck, and it's called the Classic, and I really liked it. I love it. It's a great guitar. But once I got a hold of a neck through, that was it for me because that is more reminiscent of a Parker Fly. So in my long drawn out story, that's how I got into the old Strandberg group. Yeah. Let's see. I have a rubber foot and a twitch. That's hilarious. Yes, all right, Janice is still here. Cool. You got to bring out the Petrucci. I have to tell you to rotate. Do I have to tell you to rotate more? Okay. Well, we could bring out the Petrucci, or maybe I'll bring out the Classic since I just mentioned it. My first Strandberg. That guitar has 8s on it. My first Strandberg. It has 8s on it, and those have been on there since 2000. What year did we get that? 2020, I think it was. So they're 3 years old. Yeah. Great idea. I'm not sure who that's toward, or maybe it was something I had said because I'm so far behind in the comments. Let's see. Did you prefer the connections so I can have guests jam online? Oh, did I perfect? Yeah, I should read better. No, not via another spot, unfortunately. It's unfortunate because they're not quite there yet with the technology, but it's coming. I know that they're really close. A lot of companies are really pushing toward making that happen. But right now, there's still a lot of latency. And once they get it together, there's still going to be some definite criteria that you have to follow. Like you can't do wireless, so you have to be plugged right into the modem with your computer directly. So you can't, it won't work wirelessly. So like right now, I am definitely plugged in, hardwired. If I had another person, they'd have to be direct hardwired. And then there's some softwares that fix the delay, but they're glitchy, and then they tend to drift, is what it's called, because the way the internet works is there's never a direct amount of speed, a consistent amount of speed, I should say. So in other words, if you have if you pay for a top speed internet and it says it's 100, I forget what the technical MBS maybe, it always wavers. It always fluctuates. So once that fluctuation starts to happen, everything goes south and you can't do it. Let me grab the Classic. I'll show you guys the Classic. So again, this one's called the Fusion. It's a neck through, and the reason why it's called the Fusion is partly with the pickup configuration. It's a hum, a single, and another humbucker. But also the wood difference and the neck through. And this toggle switch is a 5-way switch, but it also has this push-pull pot here. And that gives me another 5 complete different tones. So this guitar has 10 variations of tone, which is pretty amazing. I'll give you a couple of them before I switch. So, you know, you got bridge. And then if I pull this up, you have bridge with the coil split. So if you're listening with headphones, you're going to hear a drastic change just in that. Now this is second position, which combines this coil and the middle guy. And now pulled. So you can hear the difference there. Push it back in, just the middle by itself. And then the middle pulled gives you a split of that. So that's a totally different tone as well. And now this is the middle and the one coil. And now pulled. And then all the way over is this humbucker. And then over single. So you get 10 tones out of this thing. It's really awesome. Great guitar. It's super light, and I do really like it. Again, I totally prefer the Parkers for a lot of reasons, mostly because I'm so used to them. But this guitar, I'll just throw it on the floor at this point. This guitar is really cool. All right, so let me grab the other guy. And I'll be right back. Yeah. Okay, here we are. I'm back. So this is what they call the Classic, and the reason why this is called the Classic is because it is a humbucker and 2 singles, which is more like a Strat. And what else? 5-way switch. Oh yes, and this does not have the cool cutaway, but it has a very nice heel, so the connection between the neck is super comfortable and the body. And now this guitar, you could really see that 5-piece. So you got carbon fiber, 2 carbon fiber strips, and 3 pieces of wood. All right, and that's how they get the strength. And also the cool trapezoid style neck. So when you place your thumb, you can see how it's flat, 3 flat areas. And then this heel is just super, super comfortable. And the newer models, they actually redid this, and it's even smaller. So you get a little more reach out of it. This is called Graphite Gray. It's a cool color. I'm not sure if they're making these anymore. It's a roasted maple neck, which I think they're going to be doing away with because of it matches my shirt. Look at that. It basically is a real hassle to make roasted maple. Apparently, one, it just makes the wood brittle, so there's a lot of room for error if it's not done perfectly. It also kills resources, so you wind up using more material. So it's not a environmentally friendly procedure. So I think they're doing away with that roasted maple feature because he's very environmentally conscious, Ola. So the whole company, he's now doing a thing called Rescued. So awesome idea. So basically any guitars that have damage, they repair the damage, and then or anything that's not pretty enough to be a clear coat or a satin finish. So what they'll do is they'll paint them and basically rescue parts from the pile and create guitars, and then do a one-off color of that particular, model. So yes, we missed the rescued pink ones, sadly. Let's see. Okay, yes, we had that question that got answered. Let's see. So does that make them like 7.5? They do. So does that make them 7.5? They do make 7.5 strings. But the ones I have are 8s. So these are 8s. And I guess because they're so old, 7.5s. Also, what winds up happening is as they get older, the tension gets looser. So the bar kind of goes back. And unfortunately, it might be out of tune because I haven't played this one in a really long time. So let's see. Yeah, it's a little sharp. It's pulling back. Probably not going to be able to play a song with this. Oh, look at that. It's going in. It's going in well. So you could see how I'm tuning it. It's down here. Okay, and they're very, very, very finicky. Not finicky. What's the word? Well, besides accurate, you just turn it a little bit and that goes a long way. So just micro movements. Yeah, see, I went way too far. There, I went too far the other way. How far is too far, mister? Apparently that was. And that's perfect. Alright, let's see if it stayed. Cool. Yeah, so this guitar has more of a Stratty-ish, and it probably won't sound the best because, again, the strings are 3 years old. So that's the bridge by itself. And then this is one coil of the bridge with the middle. And that's got more of a Strat. And then middle. And then middle and neck. And then neck by itself. Do I know the theme from Friends? I have to listen to it. I don't know it for real. I can hear it in my head. I think it's an E. I'd have to listen to it. Let's see, did I miss anything? No, I don't think so. Cool. All right. So, wow, we're on an hour and 45 minutes. Wow, it goes quick. Well, I think I'll call it a night. I'll play a little bit just goofing around here on this guitar. Roasted maple become a marketing fashion? Yeah, probably. You know, it's like one of those things people just want it now because it's an option, and then when you take it away, of course, everybody wants it even more. But I don't know. It feels comfortable. But do I notice the difference that much? Not really. Maybe in the tone. This guitar is a little brighter than the other ones. So it definitely has its own fingerprint, if you will. You know, basically, all guitars have their own fingerprint. So it just depends on what you like. I definitely love the Strandbergs for the fact that they're just so easy to play, ergonomic, comfortable, and if you travel, it's a great guitar to bring on a plane because they're not going to hassle you. And other than that, they sound great. So, you know, that's important. That's first and foremost. I mean, if the guitar plays great and it doesn't sound good, what's the point? But yeah, let's see. The Rembrandts did it. Yeah, probably. I think that sounds right. It was a cool tune. It had a really cool guitar riff in it. Something like that. I hear something like that. I'll have to listen to it though. Great hang. Vince, thanks. Yes, thank you all for being here. Really appreciate it. I'm going to go have some vanilla cookies and call it a night. Everybody, I'll see you tomorrow. We'll continue chatting about guitars. And thanks for being here. Really appreciate everybody who sticks around. You're welcome, Matt. And I'll see you tomorrow. Have a great night. Be well, everyone.